This new Claude Skills launch is bigger than Model Context Protocol. And you're like, Nate, you're speaking Greek. Model Context Protocol is the data interconnect standard. It has become that way very quickly. It was an invention of Anthropic, the same team that invented Claude Skills, the same team that makes Claude. Model Context Protocol is basically like the universal API plug in, plug out for data in the age of AI. It helps an agent understand what to connect to and what's in the box if it connects to a data source or a tool or another large language model potentially. So it's super useful. It's spread all around the world. It is everywhere, not just with Claude. ChatGPT uses it and Microsoft uses it, and it's a fantastic service to the ecosystem. Everyone's adopted it. So why do I say Claude Skills is going to be even bigger than that? The reason why is simple. The data piece that Model Context Protocol serves actually sets up the Claude Skills piece to be even more useful. So we had this data interconnect standard already. It's in the ecosystem. Everybody's using it. Everybody can get data lots of places. What do you need if you have data? You need an LLM, an AI, that can use tools to do jobs. And the tools piece is where Claude Skills comes in. Claude Skills is not the same as projects. It's not the same as Gemini Gems. It's not the same as custom GPTs. I saw a lot of comments to that effect when I talked about it. The reason it's different is pretty simple. All of those things are based around the idea that you have a chat with passive resources. And so if it's a custom GPT, there might be some resources loaded in, there might be a prompt loaded in, but it's just a chat that you're having, and the custom resources are passively retrieved. Same thing with projects. You have resources in a project, multiple chats, and you can see what resources will be called up based on the semantic meaning or the way you're talking about the themes, the words you're using in a chat. Skills are different. Skills are a tool. Skills allow an LLM to know how to solve a problem. That's the difference. They are actively used to solve problems. That's why you write them. That's why you make them. Now, I know some people are using projects as skills. That was a hack. It worked. You don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to use a project as a workflow anymore. You can just use a Claude skill and get it done. And as I was saying yesterday, you can take the exact same file and stick it in ChatGPT and do the same thing. So the reason this is such a big deal, the reason it's going to, I think, be bigger in the end than Model Context Protocol is because the value that we get actually comes from the LLM, the AI, using a tool. And this is a breakthrough in being able to use tools to do more. You can design your own tool. I can design my own tool. People were DMing me about tools that they built with this within 24 hours. Someone built an SEO tool. Someone built an answer engine tool. You can build whatever tool you want, and you can just stick it in as a piece of know-how into Claude or another LLM, and you're off to the races. It is actually easier to use than Model Context Protocol. Another reason it's going to be bigger and more ubiquitous. And I fully expect that this standard, this idea of just having a markdown file that goes into the AI, is going to be something that other AIs copy. That's exactly how Model Context Protocol spread. Anthropic took the idea and said, we use this internally, the rest of the world can have it, and everyone adopted it, right? ChatGPT adopted it, Copilot adopted it, etc. Same deal. I expect this concept of skills, it might be branded differently, but it's going to get adopted across other LLMs natively very, very soon. In the end, the ability to use tools is a lot of what differentiates strong AI users from AI users who are just using chat and who are just kind of getting started. And if we make tools easier, which is exactly what this does, then tools are going to spread like wildfire, and that's going to enable us to do a lot more interesting work and for a lot more people to do more interesting work that would otherwise have felt off limits. Tools make it feel easy, right? And so I expect there's going to be tool marketplaces that open up. There's going to be tool GitHubs that open up. There already are. People are going to be trading tools back and forth like crazy. It's going to be very exciting. And I think it's kind of funny, by the way, if you have a gray beard like me, I was always told in the 80s and 90s, never, ever, ever trade zip files over the internet. Zips are dangerous. Don't open the zip file you get in the email. We have come around full circle, and now we're looking at a future where helping the AI use tools is trading zip files back and forth over the internet. So there's your humor for the day.